Welcome to the Morning Wood. I'm your host, John Heisop, joined as always by my friend, the great Matt Modai. Everybody knows that the best time to start laying the wood to the books is in the morning, and that's what we're going to do on this channel every single day of the week, except Saturday and Sunday. If you're not already subscribed, you're going to want to do that right now, so go ahead and do that. Get the notifications on. You're never going to want to miss another one of these shows for as long as you live. Here, you can see what we did yesterday. It looks like a lot of green. That's because we swept like a couple of goddamn geniuses. I don't even remember what I had, to be honest with you, but I do know what won. Matt, how you feeling about that?
I feel good. After losing 6 straight, it just felt right to go on a 3-game win streak after that. So ready to continue that into tonight. I'm not going to make a big deal about it because the expectation is that we sweep. So when we do, it's kind of like, yeah, well, people don't reward you, give you compliments for breathing. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how it feels. So I'm just ready to do it again tonight.
That's correct. We are expected to breathe. We did get very fortunate with a stat change, which never goes the bettor's way, but last night it did, because when I went to bed, Clint Capella was not coming back in the game, and he also did not have 10 rebounds. But when I woke up, he had 10 rebounds. I was happy about that. Here's the thing, though, Matt. At some point in gambling, you got to move on to the next day. So at that, I think we should do that right now, to be honest with you. You ready?
Sounds good. Yeah.
I'm going to let you go first.
All right, I'm going to start with NFL because this game stinks and we should spend as little amount of time on it as possible. But luckily, I did find a play that I do know is going to cash. Najee Harris, 70-plus rushing yards, plus 100 odds at FanDuel. The Steelers already are a run-heavy team. third highest run rate in the NFL, 4th highest neutral run rate in the NFL, which just means their run rate when the game is within 7 points either way. You tell me in a game in which they're playing a bad offense, bad weather, rainy, snowy, windy, whatever it may be, they're going to be even more run heavy than normal. And the good news is that the Browns' run defense is not good. 21st ranked rush defense, DVOA, allow the 9th most rushing yards per game on the 6th highest rushing yards per carry. And Najee's been good this year. Like, he's typically a second half guy. We love our second half guys, but this year he's been decent. He's hit 70 in 5 of 10 games. But in a plus matchup, and in which they should run the ball a million times, I see no reason why not to back Najee. So yeah, that's where I went with this one. It's a gross game. You could convince me on Warren, but I went with Najee.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, I hate the weather. If this game, we were talking beforehand, if this game was in a dome, we would be all over the passing, just because both teams kind of do give it up in the pass, and Jameis would go nuts, and we'd have a line that's like 210 on him.
Yeah.
But it's not in a dome. It's in Cleveland. It's outside. It's cold. It's rainy. Not that windy, but still windy enough that you don't want Jameis throwing the ball. So that kind of sucks. But I decided to go kind of like you, and I went with a guy that I like, Darnell Washington. I did 15-plus receiving yards, and that was plus 110 at ESPN. I would love to sit here and tell you I got all these stats like you do, but see, I don't do that kind of shit. I do. It's all about feel, Matt. All right, you watch and you feel. Okay, I've been watching and I've been feeling, and Darnell Washington might be taking Freiermuth's job, even though they just extended Freiermuth somehow. I don't know how that works, but like, he's the tight end. It looks like Freiermuth is the guy they just kind of trot on when they don't want to throw it to Washington. Washington, I guess he's gone over this number a few times, but he's got more targets from Russell Wilson than Freiermuth does, and which is, again, just a weird stat. Not a stat guy, but that does tell you something. I think that those guys are going to be on the field a lot tonight. I really do. I think it's going to be big sets. They're going to run, and when they do throw it, it's going to be close to the line of scrimmage. And I don't know if you've seen this Darnell Washington guy, but he is an absolute giant. Like, I remember when he was in college, thinking to myself, like, how does he not have like every catch for every yard? I think he went to Georgia.
Yeah.
How could anyone tackle him? He's literally gigantic. Look it up. So for that reason, 15-plus yards, that's my analysis. He's a really big guy, and it's cold and rainy. So 15-plus yards, he's hard to tackle normally. You get out there in the freezing cold and the rain, like, dude, you don't want to tackle. You want nothing to do with this guy. That's easy. 15-plus receiving yards, plus 110 at ESPN bet.
I like it. Yeah, my favorite part about that guy is whenever he makes a catch, you think it's an offensive lineman, and you're like, oh, heck yeah, we get an offensive lineman catch. And then you're like, wait, that guy's a tight end?
Yeah, you're like, why is that offensive lineman so fast?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's insane. Like, why? Like, I don't know, man. You start to kind of fear like what's happening to today's athlete. You know what I mean? Because if you watch football like when you were a kid, they didn't move this way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then they just keep getting bigger and stronger and faster, and it's just insane to watch. Like you see 6'11" basketball players that can just move. You know, like
Yeah.
Joker. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like that shouldn't work like that, but it does. And here we are. Anyways, this is not an evolution show or anything like that. This is a gambling show. Who do you got for NBA? Are you staying with NFL or are you moving to NBA?
God, no. We're going on to the NBA.
That's fair.
The odds might have moved on this one, but Rudy Gobert double-double, I got it at plus 110. That was an absolute gift. I feel like the books were like, maybe they were still asleep. They did like a wasted Wednesday type thing. It made no sense that being priced at plus 110 odds. It's like a sneaky buy low spot while also not being a sneaky buy low spot on Gobert, which I like because he has recorded a double-double in 3 straight games. But he went under his rebounds and his points prop in both of those games. And then he also missed getting a double-double in the 6 straight games prior to that. So it's like a weird buy low, maybe not buy low, depending on how you look at it, but great matchup against the Raptors. Raptors according to #NBA, which is a great name for a website, give up the most points per game to centers. And Rudy Gobert has played pretty well in his matchups against Jakob Poeltl in the past. Like this is not a thing like Scottie Barnes plays, doesn't play, doesn't affect this play at all. These two have played 3 times with Poeltl as a member of the Raptors. And not only has Gobert recorded a double-double in all 3 of those games, but he hasn't even come close to not doing it. Like he's got 12, 13, and 12 rebounds, and he's got 14 and 15 points in all 3 of the games as well. And then if we go back to when Jakob Poeltl played for the Spurs, 9 games in the last couple of years, 10 rebounds in 7 of 9 games, double-digit points in 8 of 9 games. And again, that includes all 3 games in which Poeltl was a member of the Raptors. Great play. Again, even though plus 110 is not plus 260, which is what you like to play, but I still see that plus sign, and I'll gladly take it for a Rudy Gobert double-double.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. The first thing I started thinking when I heard you start talking was like, wow, man, that's a super weak double-double. But it is plus 110. So, and it shouldn't be plus 110, which is the whole point of sports betting. So we do have that. I'm going to see your plus 110. I'm going to raise you a little bit. Just a little, not a lot, though. I'm not trying to do that to you, Matt. I'm going to go Chris Paul, plus 220 for a double-double. Here's the thing. I mean, I don't know how this is plus 220. I don't. I'm dead serious just because it makes no sense. I mean, this is that Bally bet. At some point, this book's going to go out of business because this is horrific. Plus 220 for one. I don't know if you watch Jazz games, but they just run up and down the floor. I don't know if they even know who they're supposed to be covering. Sometimes it doesn't even look like they have 5 people on the court. So there is that. Chris Paul is going to slice and dice them all night long, assist-wise. There's going to be no Wemby, so he's going to be the primary facilitator. I don't have stats on that, but I do know that he is very good at getting assists. I mean, he just passes guys open. I'm pretty sure he's gotten multiple double-doubles this year. I think he's coming off one against the Thunder, who are an assist team as well, just like the Jazz. But, yeah, this is like a first half line, I feel like. Like the double-double, he should have this wrapped up. Like, we're going to know for a fact that this double-double is wrapped up. So by halftime, we'll know. So there's that. Plus 220 feels good. I only did a quarter unit, but what I will do is give one subscriber $25 if this bet loses. But there is a catch. You got to do something for me. You have to tell me how many points, assists, and rebounds Chris Paul has tonight. So go to the comments and just put Chris Paul and the number of points, assists, rebounds. That feels easy, Matt.
It's a nice thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you get it on the head, if you tell me exactly what it is, I will send you $25. Got to be the first person though. First person I see to get that right. That feels good. Feels good.
That feels good.
Else?
Yeah. Well, Chris Paul, I had 10 plus assists. So again, I'm not being nearly as much of a man as you as yesterday, going with the 10 plus assists as opposed to the double-double. But I mean, you made every point for me. It was plus 140 when I locked it in. I think it went up to plus 155 earlier, which is crazy. Like, I don't get what these books are doing.
No, they're going to go out of business.
Really. I mean, really. And the plus 140 was at 365. The plus 155, somebody commented on my YouTube channel and said it was at DraftKings. So I trust that person with my life.
Yep.
And the Jazz, I mean, you said it much more colorfully than I would, but they're giving up the second most assists per game to point guards, so the second best matchup for point guard assist props. Chris Paul has played the Jazz twice this season. In those two games, 22 and 20 potential assists. Now, he only got to 10 assists one time. The other time he had 9 assists. But if you're telling me he's getting 20 plus potential assists, which he's done in both times in this matchup, I don't care if Wemby's playing or not. Like you said, he can pass guys open. Zach Collins can run and dunk off a pick and roll. They can get some shooters open. Like Champagny is my guy. I love Champagny. Harrison Barnes can shoot a little bit. So yeah, Chris Paul 10 plus assists. It's a crazy price at all the way at plus 155, plus 140, and then for double at plus 220 is even crazier.
Yeah, I think Wemby steals assists from Chris Paul. That's my theory. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's stealing them from him somehow.
There you go.
Him not being on the court actually helps us. You don't want him on the court.
You don't want him stealing assists.
No, he'll steal the assist. He always does it, dude. He's been an assist stealer ever since he was a kid. Everybody knows that. But that's all I got for right now. Again, just like every other day, there's going to be a live stream later on today. We're going to lock in some plays from the Odds Jam positive EV tool. But given that the football game sucks, that's not my fault. I can't be blamed for that, me or Matt. So we do have 2 bets from that, which is good. Darnell Washington's cashing, so it's not Jay Harris. So we're good there. And then basketball is going to kind of come to us. I like to hit the bigger plus money moves in the morning, like on the morning wood. And then later on the day, as news comes out, we can start grabbing some first quarter stuff, because once the stars get ruled out and they start giving us like lines on the scrubs that are playing, dude, those scrubs are in the NBA. They can play. So whenever they hang it over 2.5 in the first quarter for a guy who's starting in the NBA at plus money, it's crazy to me. But you have to wait on the news before you can get those. So again, not our fault. But yeah, I'll take us out of here now. I mean, it's probably time to go. I'm going to start working on my Milly, because we're definitely going to do a Milly tonight. There's 4 games, and all we need is 4 guys. I just want to give a shout out to all the people that are still betting Milly parlays, all right? We got to have goals in life. We just do. Ever since I was 3 years old, all I wanted to do was have $1 million, all right? And I wasn't alone either. Back then, everyone I knew wanted to have $1 million. And that's still true today. You can go up to any kindergartner right now and ask if he wants $1 million, and that kid's going to say yes. The only problem is those kindergartners are going to grow up to be poors, most likely, all right? They're not smart enough to make $1 million. But with Milly Parlays, any idiot poor can make $1 million. And honestly, for most of us, that's the only shot we have. All we have to do is find the motivation to keep betting these things, okay? The best way I know how to do it is to find one of your hater friends and use him as motivation. Imagine winning a Milly parlay right in front of one of your hater friends that always says that you're never going to hit one, okay? That would make your entire life a success, and they would never recover from that. You could even afford to walk up to that person literally every time you see him, hand them a $100 bill and say, here you go, poor. I know you could use this more than me, okay? You're a damn philanthropist at that point and a bully at the same time. Plus, you could even write it off on your taxes, probably. All I'm saying, anyways, is just keep betting Milly parlays, all right? I hope this helps. All right, that's going to do it for today, Matt. Are you going to bet a Milly parlay tonight, man?
I might have to. I mean, that was pretty motivational. There's a lot of there's an Austin Powers gif in there. The $1 million I thought was solid.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I don't know if you did this on purpose, but there was kind of like a Waiting reference. You know that movie Waiting with Ryan Reynolds?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like that, where the guy tips him like $100 on like a $20 check and was like, "Oh, you need it more than I do."
Yeah, I wanted
very condescending.
Yeah, super condescending. I want to do that to one of the haters. Just give him $100. Here you go, buddy. Here you go, you poor. Thanks for hating on me all this time. You're the one that motivated. You made this money. I didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You were the one that motivated me to do it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Again, you can always follow the great Matt Modi at Jedi Modi on Twitter, also on YouTube at Jedi Modi. It's his channel. Go subscribe over there. He's got bangers. He's got all kinds of stats. He's got everything you need. I'm here at Slop Rules on Twitter. You're on my channel right now. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you at 4 p.m. today with the tools at Odds Jam. See you then. Thanks for watching.